I cried because no, it's taking this newborn to the lab and just checking his and then the nurse who was attending to taking his veins was doing it the wrong way.
Oh no!
What do you mean the wrong way?
The baby is crying. I'm in pain. And you know, some moms have even bled, and you're told just breastfeed even. Someone is pumping strawberry milk.
Hey, my husband got stressed because like, what's stressing you? Yeah. That's stressing me. That he's asking me what's stressing me. I don't know what's stressing me. Being a mother is stressing me. A lot is happening.
Oh, hi there. I didn't realize you're here already. Hey guys, welcome back to Chit Chat with Ciku with your girl Ciku Mwangi. And I am so excited that you could join us today. I won't even say much. You know the house rules. Like, subscribe, comment. Easy, right? Right? Okay, so we have talked about the delivery stories. We've talked about, how our different journeys were bringing our lovely babies to this earth side. And so something happens after the babies are here. There's what we call the 4th trimester, which for all moms is a different experience for everyone. Like it's just a whole other journey. And that's why I've brought back the ladies that you guys have loved and have enjoyed having them over. So tumesema, why not let them come back so that we can talk about our 4th trimester. Mama Nawiri, proudly. Yes, so I want us to discuss the 4th trimester. I feel like those words in themselves, ziko na horror up or down. It's like...
And the fact that there is no like initiation that now you've given birth. Yes. Ta-da! Welcome. It's like pow, pow, pow. It's like in your face.
Baptism by fire.
Yes, baptism by fire. Yeah. Anyway, whatever they used to tell us that marriage is the school you get into. You start with a certificate before. No, motherhood. It's something else altogether.
Yeah.
And the 4th trimester now, for those who are new here, so we have the 3 trimesters pregnancy. And then now the 4th one is now the first 3 months when now the baby is here. And it's usually a key season of motherhood because that's when, that's postpartum. That's when everything else changes for the mom. Now you're a new mom. All these things, hormones, ninis, so many things. And that's what I want us to talk about. And when we were concluding the other episode, we had hinted something on breastfeeding.
Right.
And I was saying how after delivering Nawiri, one thing I was keen on from lessons in the Lama's class I got to attend, which I really highly recommend moms to attend those Lama's classes. Some hospitals do that as part of their ANCs. There are people who offer those, and they're really helpful because it really gave me a certain preparedness I don't think I'd have had as a first-time mom without. Because I know you were talking about having a birth partner, a doula. Yeah. The birth partner was a doula, right?
No.
Those are two different...
I think the doula comes before.
But my birth partner, we did the classes, the doula classes together.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So she was there for...
Okay, you tell us about that as well. So, yeah. So there's a preparedness that these classes gave me. So one thing I know they really emphasized was breastfeeding the baby within the first... They were emphasizing really the 1 hour, actually. The first hour. But they were like up to 2 hours, at least to see kaya sana. Of course, now... it really depends on circumstances of birth because now I'm imagining CS, you don't even have that privilege of having the baby with you at the time. So now that is one thing I was keen on, and I was like, because I knew the only way I'd also be discharged quick is if the baby has been able to latch, and I did not want to stay in that hospital long. So once we got to the room, I was like, please come. Let's learn to latch. And that really helped me even afterwards. But I'll get to the details of that. But even despite that, what followed after the baby has latched? And learned that, there's this food called here breast milk that is yummy. Something that, nearly crack. Nipple cracks.
I remember.
You remember when we got home? And that was just the iceberg. That was just the tip of the iceberg. The days that followed after that, it was like crazy pain. It was like really bad. I had to get like nipple cream, and I was being told I needed to have like massage. Okay, I was advised to massage my nipples before with oil. I used to do that, but maybe I didn't do it enough. I don't know. But that pain. That was the beginning of my 4th trimester. Just to start us off.
Unaona mtoto wako, you feel, oh my God.
Wow, nilikuwa nasikia now it's 2 hours zimeisha, we need to breastfeed.
need to
I just,
breastfeed.
I used to clench everything. I used to literally hold on my husband. The baby is crying, I'm in pain.
Ako na njaa.
And you know, some moms have even bled, and you're told, just breastfeed even. Someone is pumping strawberry milk. Okay, the things mom go through.
God, that's horrifying.
It was really painful.
Even when you're bleeding, you're told to keep going.
You're told to just keep breastfeeding that baby. Because they even say that that breast milk is even helping you heal. But
oh yeah, they say that.
The
But
baby used to
it's
just
cool. It's applying the breast milk, not the action of breastfeeding.
But they were saying usiache. Because Pia, you know, if you don't breastfeed, you'll affect your milk supply.
Yeah.
If you don't breastfeed, you'll even get engorged. That's another thing I
There's
also
that.
experienced. Milk is coming from everywhere.
Wow.
No, if you told me like a few years ago, I was the one having this conversation. I used to hear moms talk about this, and I'm like,
well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go
yeah,
through that.
but here we are.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what your experience was like immediately now the baby has come, and even now when it comes to breastfeeding.
Breastfeeding was a very big challenge for me. I remember calling you ladies. I'm like, hey, nitafanya nini? Because I'm eating every meal that I'm told to eat. I'm drinking 8 cups of water. Was it 3 liters per day?
Yes.
I'm doing everything that I can, but milk is not. Actually, as we were discharged, immediately they just saw this kidogo too.
Yeah.
Ile kidogo. Because now it refused to come, and it was around the season where it was moving from NHIF to SHA. So they had to discharge us so that the new system ianze kuingia before they postponed it to September.
Yeah.
So I was discharged the following day after giving birth. Breastfeeding was the biggest one of the biggest challenges in 4th trimester. I ate everything I was told to eat. Unfortunately, I also came to find out there are some things I'm eating that are giving the baby gas.
Oh, that was that.
The njahes that I was told to eat.
Yes, the wheat chapati.
The wheat oh my God, the wheat chapatis as well. The chapatis. So my baby was really crying, and I don't know why. I'm trying to breastfeed and all. So this period when the milk is just fluctuating, I was using formula.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, so it was a very big challenge until we got used to it. Though there was some shaming
I can imagine.
about giving my baby
Formula.
formula, especially when I go to the public and the older women. I remember there was a point I used to tell my husband, please keep some of this woman and this woman busy so that I can go prepare Ty's formula.
Yeah.
Because if I go prepare when they are there, I'll be shamed. This was outside the home environment. Yeah, so there's a lot of shaming on that, but I was like, I just need to feed my baby.
Yeah, my baby needs to be
I'm not
fed.
getting enough milk.
Yes.
And there's only so much
You can
do
do.
to get your body to
Exactly.
produce the milk. You've done your best.
I have, and the foods that I'm told to eat, they're giving my baby gas.
Yes.
Now what else can
You
I do?
and
I was
then
just-
already you're stressed.
I'm
It's
already
affecting
stressed.
this milk supply.
Yes.
It's like, what?
Yes, until my husband just told me, you know what, stop stressing. The milk will come.
Yeah.
Stop stressing. And I really needed that affirmation. And he told me, you don't mind what these other ladies are saying. Where I can shield you, I'll shield you.
Thank God
Shout
for
out
that
to you.
man. Yeah.
Yes.
Very important.
So he
Very
really
important.
shielded me from some relatives.
Yeah. It's always the relative. It's the ones close to you. It's
Yeah,
not
they're the
usually
ones who cut
neighbors.
the deepest.
Yes.
It's those ones.
Yeah.
Oh, hugs to you, mama.
Yeah.
And that baby is healthy. Aish. Very healthy.
Very. He eats.
I know. And you've done your best.
Yes,
you've
he's a
done
very
well.
good feeder.
Yeah. But people really shame moms when they're not breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't even know the context, you don't even know what has happened. And you don't realize you stressing the mom is making the situation
making it
worse.
worse.
Give her grace. She needs rest. She needs to even, like, you're a new mom, you're confused. And I remember you even had to go back to the hospital at some point.
Oh, yes.
So you're imagining all this. Just
Oh,
Pressure.
yeah. Actually, we did go to
And
the
already,
hospital.
as a mom, you're beating yourself down that
Exactly.
you're not being able to provide the nutrients your baby needs.
Yes.
And then someone else is coming to, like, make you feel like more worse.
You know, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it
but I
is.
feel
It
like it's
truly
an
is.
African thing.
It is.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not a Western
Yeah,
thing.
it's an African thing. We're like,
You should be able to do this.
yes.
You should be able to
and,
do
And
that.
that should be able to do this is what leads us to the mental effect that, you know, just the strain that people have during the 4th trimester. Because
Yeah.
you're like, I should be able to be okay if my baby has been crying the past few nights. I should be strong. I should be...
And they haven't slept. I should be okay.
I should be happy.
Every
I
mother
should be
goes through
fine.
this.
I should be able to host you when you come.
Yes.
I know.
No.
Yeah.
No. Hey, sorry about that, but
Yeah. Sorry about that, Mama.
Yes. That was my entry into
4th trimester into
fourth
motherhood.
trimester. Yeah.
Not funny, not smooth at all. But we thank God for supportive partners.
Yes.
Yeah, thank God.
What about you, Mutoni?
Wow, for me, first, I was told there's this thing about inverted nipples. So mine was just flat. No one told me I need to massage. No one told me nothing. So, naenda kunyonyesha mtoi, and the nurse is like, what's wrong? What's wrong with...
Oh my.
And I'm like, I don't know. It's like that. You know, it's like one of those questions someone asks you and you're like, I don't know.
No
It's always
idea.
been like that. She's like, no, haifai kuwa hivyo, inafaa kuwa imetoka nje. And then I look at this and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like you've ever had to use them. So it's not
Yeah.
something you really pay attention to. So they suggested, you know that thing where they use the sewage? Haha. And I had how pain. Nilisikilia wapi your story? I have no idea. But somehow I knew.
You know it's painful.
You know, you hear it and you're like, woo. I was like, aye.
No.
So first, there's this nurse. And you're right. Gentlemen nurses are
Gentle.
different.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, kama inakusumbua, you should just get, you can buy the plastic
Nipple
silicone
shield.
nipple
Yes,
shield.
yes.
So it's like, before usot, you can use that. And the more mtoto they breastfeed, the more your nipple will keep coming out and has somewhere to go.
Yes.
So my husband sent for that. And now I had to sit and do your story. Yeah. The syringe thing. And somehow I think the nurse noticed, hey, storage, I'm nice. So she was like, how about you do it for yourself? I was like, that works.
Yeah.
That definitely works.
Yes, I can
Nilete
do that.
ikae hapa, I'm going to figure out for myself. Because I know when someone, anyway, nurses, you can never be too sure.
I know.
The level, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hata mimi, the first 1-2 days, I had a problem with milk.
Yeah.
So we had to get formula. Ilibidi tumaniwe usiku cause, hey, so you know, baby is crying. It's crazy. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
My.
Yeah, and you know that time, you know, for moms who give birth vaginally, you give birth, you're good to go.
Yeah.
CS moms, you're just like, mi sijui kama my pain meds wore off haraka. And let me tell you, even sitting up on the bed was a feat on its own.
Yeah.
So imagine, okay, get comfortable. And sasa mchukua mtoto. And then now we are struggling, she's crying.
Yeah.
It was a lot. And that time, I don't think Deno was in hospital. My husband wasn't in hospital around that time. I don't know. It just happened. There was there's a time, life has to move on. He has to go freshen up. Like, life is moving on. He can't spend the whole time with me. And technically the hard part is over, right? Baby's here.
Baby's here now.
What's the other hard part? We are the ones who know that. Yeah. So I was going, even my birth partner had her own things going on. So literally after baby came, it's like everyone is like,
gone.
You're on your own. Figure this out by yourself.
You're a mom.
Haikuwa funny. Kwanza huyo nurse alikuwa anamkujia, he would go with her, anakaa chini anamfeed, then anamleta. Like, I could get a moment to breathe. And I'm telling you, the hospital I was in, because it's KU referral, there's no time at tea. I don't know whether this happens in other hospitals, but in like private hospitals, if you're feeling overwhelmed as a mom, there are those times nurses can take the babies to the nursery, like atakani 2 hours. You catch up on your sleep or just... There was no that. I'm with my baby 24/7. Figure out how you're gonna pee. You figure out how you utaacha mtoto wapi. And no, they didn't have that crib for the baby where unajua haendi mahali haanguki. No, it's on the bed. You figure that out by yourself. So I don't know. It was difficult.
I just wanted to be with my baby. For me, what I remember actually what I did. Actually, you're just talking about those nurses coming. You know, the nurses make the rounds to make sure the mom has milk. Then they come and check. This check-in moms. Can we get machines to do these things? Because any hakuna privacy.
So
when it comes to motherhood, there's no privacy. In short, because they check. But anyway, I'd been told about that.
And they don't like even ask, like, can I? It's just, sure.
They
and
just
like, whoa.
It's like, okay, so anyway, mumeona everything. So what's this now? It's nothing. So I remember what I did, because now I gave birth on Tuesday. Now on Wednesday, there were rounds being done. They even took us out to bask in the sun, teaching us how to like bask the baby in the sun. Yeah, imagine they did that. And
that's amazing.
Not like at your private hospital.
Because
you need that.
They really
do. My baby had jaundice. Days after giving birth. I didn't know that from birth you're supposed to sunbathe. So actually I didn't. We were going to the hospital because of, I think, of another issue.
I think it was gas.
Gas, yes. We were going to the hospital because of gas. We also didn't know it was gas. And I'm like, baby's crying too much.
Yeah.
So when we met the pediatrician, actually when the pediatrician saw Tai, the first thing he noticed was that this baby looks like he has jaundice.
From the get-go.
Yeah, because Tai was like a light skin. Now, I think with the we could not see the yellow with the light skin.
It's kind of difficult.
It's kind of difficult to point out. So before even addressing the gas issue, the way he's crying, like this baby has jaundice. But look at me, let me look vizuri. This baby has jaundice. And like,
Allah.
Tell me about what?
First time parents.
Yeah.
You have no idea what to look out for.
And
how quickly can a baby get
jaundice?
He had jaundice. So it was like, first of all, even the gas issue is not as serious as jaundice. So we need to do some lab tests to check how the bilirubin levels are, if they are a lot. This baby
what levels?
Bilirubin. I think it's something, one of the elements that causes jaundice.
Right.
If they are so high, your child will need to undergo phototherapy in the
Whoa.
hospital. So it's a matter of just being admitted and all that.
Yeah.
If the bilirubin levels are low, then sunbathing will just work out. Amy, that I cried. I remember I just called my parents. It was at night. I cried because now it's taking this newborn to the lab and just checking his veins. And then the nurse who was attending to taking his veins was doing it the wrong way.
No. What do you mean the wrong way?
Like he didn't, you know how when you're checking the veins, it's like you put something here before.
Ndio veiny pop, Joe.
Such a small baby.
A newborn. So when I just had the first girl, I just gave Martin the baby and was like, me, I'm going outside. I can't stand this because my baby is just... And so it's my husband who told me later on, the nurse was doing it wrong because I was like, hey, these newborns, you can't see there are 2 veins and all that. So when she came to find out later, she was doing it the wrong way all along, and the way she had pricked ties so many times.
There was pricking involved.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
So because it was bad, and Emma was just crying. I was just telling my parents, we have been told this is this and this. Thank God, my mom-in-law is a nurse, so she told me we'll just wait for the results come down.
Yeah.
So after that, we went home. We were told the results will come after maybe 3 hours. So we went. It was emailed to us. We forwarded the results to our mom first. We were like, this is not bad.
Yeah.
This sunbathing will do.
Work.
So we also emailed it to our pediatrician, and she was like, yeah, this one, it's just sunbathing and it will go.
Yeah.
And you also not told how you should sunbathe.
Sunbathe the baby. Yeah, because now there are ways of doing it.
There are ways of doing it, and there are times of the times of the day where you need to sunbathe them. So me, I was doing it because I really wanted this thing to go.
Yeah.
Whenever I see just sun out, out in the morning, lunch hour, when the sun is so hot.
When the sun is hot,
Scorching.
when you born?
Scorching.
Oh no.
So I thank God for a friend, a mom friend who has walked with me through this journey since conception. All her children had jaundice from birth.
Yeah.
She was like,
how do children have jaundice from birth?
They actually do. Like kama Chais unasema alikuwa newborn bado.
yes.
There's some who actually like immediately they are born they just
But
see,
Tai was
after
not,
a while.
didn't have jaundice
Immediately.
It developed, I think, some few days after. But now for my friend, it was since birth.
Immediately.
So she was like, nini ilikuwa inakushtua hapo. All my 3 kids have had
It's when seasoned moms go.
Yes.
Itapita too.
Nini unashtuka. All my 3 kids had
I
jaundice from
honestly
birth.
want to hear about the methods. May I didn't know there were methods of sunbathing.
Of sunbathing. Like us at the hospital, they were like cover the baby's face.
Oh.
Like expose the limbs, hands, legs, expose.
So
Are we in a diaper?
in a diaper
Yeah,
ama onesie.
yes.
So vest and diaper ama onesie and diaper. And then now just make sure the hands and
Feet
legs
are
are
exposed.
but not the head.
The head, yeah.
Head isichomeke directly na jua.
Na jua.
Because I remember kama me, I'm just like, you need sun?
Here.
Nguo tu. I'm like, mama, cover the head. Cover the head.
The face.
Yeah, the face. Like,
I think I just
cover.
started covering the face based on naona squint. Then I was like, oh, let's cover you.
cover.
Like, no one schooled me through this. It was just winging it. Going on
In motherhood,
instinct.
so many things
Going
you're
on
literally
instinct.
winging it. Yeah. So, anyway. So I was saying now after they did that, and one of the things I made sure to do even before getting out of hospital, that I was just used to hear them do those rounds. Come. Mko na maziwa? Unaona nanyonya? Because wanasikia mtu but your sauti, make sure hana your sauti because the baby should not have the
yeah, the sound.
Yeah. I was like, we are going to work hard at this. But once we got home, the cracking and everything, that was crazy. And then now, the hormones, you're talking about crying. I used to cry at anything. Like, everything and anything just used to trigger me.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, hata sikuangi emotional living. Like, what's happening? I was crying because I'm cracking. I'm crying because I'm tired. Crying.
Everything is a reason for crying.
Yeah, I used to. And then, I remember there was a time I was like, every part of my body is in pain. Because as much as it was a vaginal birth, you know, there's the healing.
Yeah.
There's the, what? So it was painful. I was just like,
And also washing it with the
the
salt
sits bath
and
and
water.
Sits bath.
Yeah, it was just not fun. I was just like, when will this end? Like, even when I think about like at a second word, that part, it's just like, no.
No one should mention a second born to a new mom, well, this is still new.
Going on.
We need an ear plus
Yo.
to hear anything about a team mtoto mwingine, because
the horror of the fourth trimester. And then, you know, these are things you're going through. It's just probably you and your husband, if you were lucky to have one. Like those who are on their own. Like those who don't even have those supportive partners. So it's just like, where? The mental load of it. We were even talking with Nice on one of the episodes, and we were talking about experiencing postpartum depression, and we didn't really get into the details of it. So I don't know whether you experienced it, Modoni, if you had anything like it.
Well, I don't think you know you're in it when you're in it until someone mentions it and you're like, so that's what that is.
Yeah.
So my dad was like, I don't know what we were talking about. You know, now that time, you know, they're doing regular check-ins and all that. So I remember my dad, what happened? We went to the 2 weeks checkup. So we go, then you know when you go to knee triage where they check your blood pressure, So that guy is like, madam, kwani kuna mtu amekukasirisha? I'm like, now that you mentioned it, yes. Kuna mtu ameniruka. And yeah, that kind of got on my nerves. So akaniambia, juu bibi yako iko a bit juu. Wenda uangaliwe na, you go to the gynecologist, the pediatrician, then urudi tupime tena. So see we go. So I tell my husband. So he's like, okay, on our way out tutapitia. Then napitia triage tena uko, there are a lot of people. Let's just go home. So my mom checks in. She's like, so how did the check-in go? And I'm like, so this and this happened. She's like, you need to check that BP right now. If you need to go right now, wende. And that's So I'm like, okay. Me, I didn't know it was a big deal. I was like, okay. So my neighbor happened to be a daktari. So akona hiyo. So my husband knew. So akaendea. So we pima, and she's like, once umepima, nitumie as a text.
Yeah.
So I send my mom. She's like, hiyo BP iko juu. So she's like, ebu pima for the next like 2-3 days. Upime asubuhi na jioni unitumie. Hey, in 2-3 days time now I'm calling. Now it's my dad and my mom on the call. They are both in the medical profession. Niliwasomea readings. They're like, yours is an emergency. You need to be in hospital right now. What? So literally tukongai ni usiku. First thing in the morning you show up in hospital right now. So I'm like, whoa. You know, my dad is like, unajua, even when we've been talking to you on phone, you haven't been sounding like yourself.
What?
You've been sounding low. You're not the Muthoni I know. Usually bubbly and excited. And I'm like,
I did not know that.
I just thought this was, you know, being a mom. Like, there's a lot to handle. Like, I just thought it's the way it should be. So now, my husband got stressed because like, what's stressing you? That's stressing me. That he's asking me what's stressing me. I don't know what's stressing me. Being a mother is stressing me. A lot is happening. Because honestly, I couldn't pinpoint what it was exactly. I just know I wasn't my bubbly self. Like, it felt like a lot. The pain. Kutoka bed hata kwenda sitting room silikuwa luxury. But ile mom is like, you have to walk. You have to walk. Go.
Because I seriously hear them insisting on walking.
It does really take a toll. Nakwambia hadi kwenda washroom peke. You get, and then you sit, and then now you have to master the courage to start. You know, sitting and standing is core strength. Na hapo ndio umekatwa. It's not a walk in the park. It really isn't. So that's how I knew. So my mom and my dad were like, wanaishi mbali. They're not Nairobi peeps. So they came the day I had baby. They came, they walimwona. Mom stayed a day extra. Akakuja akashika mtoto. We talked. So wao walienda home. So I remember my dad was like, guy, okay, I don't want to say it in Kikuyu, but it's like, where? You know, like, what are we doing home? Our child is like in, like, I don't want to say she's dying, but it's like our child is in critical condition, not tuko in the name of work. So my mom literally asked for a leave immediately. So by the time natoka Ciku angaliwa na a physician, she was home. And we stayed now the whole week. And Dano tells me, my husband, says that after mom came, I lightened up.
Yeah.
Oh, God bless her.
Yeah, she stayed for a whole week. Yeah, she stayed for a week.
Wow.
And I felt like,
Yeah.
because I remember being a mom is a lot.
It is.
How
And I remember
wish-
hadi ningie kwa gari, I was just waiting. I'm like, oh my God, we're actually doing this by ourselves. This is
actually being
crazy.
home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I remember even me, like I was seated at the back, we were with Nice. So I was just there holding my baby and I'm thinking, hiya, we are going home with this baby. And then my husband was really careful driving that car. I don't think he's ever driven any slower than that. And I was like, wow, this is life, eh? Like, I have a whole human being
To take care of.
And then that first night, we were like robots because we've been told feed the baby every 2 hours. So it's like, it's time. I think we'd literally
time.
put timers on our watches, on our phones. It's 10, okay, tumemfeed at 10, so midnight. Sha. Kwasikia tu alarm mnaamka. It's like, and I felt like that was my 4th trimester. I was like a robot. I used to time my day with 2 hours. It was like 2 hourly days. Like,
Every 2 hours.
tumeamka 8 sawa.
10.
10 anafaa kufeed. 12 anafaa.
12, yeah.
Me 6 ilikuwa inafika 6 I get stressed because I have no idea what that night will bring. I don't know whether the baby will
Oh,
sleep.
me as well.
I don't know. I have
through
no
the
idea.
night.
I was going to say, I feel like that also contributed to postpartum
postpartum
depression.
And
Oh my God, the lack of sleep.
I used to be so angry at 6 p.m. Like 6 p.m. when hit, I'm hungry. I'm angry. I have not showered.
Kwanza the not
You're about to go
showering
through
bit.
A whole other
whole
night. I do not know
without
what
sleep.
that night will look like.
It's like you're barely asleep. You have to be up.
Yes.
You're up. The baby's crying. We are walking around.
That did
You don't know-
contribute also to my postpartum depression. Now, the backstory of me going to the ward after being taken from the delivery room.
Yes.
So I told you it was around 6:30. So it was a bit dark.
Yeah.
So as they're walking me to the ward, and I'm still dizzy because of the loss of blood and all that. So I feel that contributed to anytime 6:30 arrives and it starts getting dark, I would really, I was feeling like somebody's going to come for me and my baby.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, mama.
So I was always holding my baby. I was so, that's why my husband told me it was depression. So a lot was happening. And now you're also going into a night where you're not going to sleep. You don't know what
You have no
that
idea
will
what to
hold.
expect.
You are lucky, you and your husband. You set alarms. My son was crying after every 2 hours. So that was our alarm clock. So we were always with my husband like, hey, it's now your turn.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Oh,
So-
because now you had to bottle feed from early
Bottle
on.
feed,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, that was actually
Those
a
bottle
good thing in
feeding, and I'm
hindsight.
also
It involves your
breastfeeding.
husband.
So I'm always, we were going with shifts with my
Yeah.
husband. So I woke up the last time, so my husband will
No,
wake up.
you're
the-
next.
You're next.
Tapo.
Yeah,
Yes.
next, yeah.
Hey, it
Wow.
was great. That night was great. The newborn, the 4th trimester.
And then they're so delicate.
Yes.
The navel is delicate. The neck is delicate.
Especially the navel.
How do I bathe this baby?
I had to wait for a whole, I got McKenna on a Monday. Do you know, by Friday she was antsy, she was crying a lot. And you know, my husband is the kind of guy, he goes somewhere, oh, give me your number. Because like, you never know when you need that number. So he's like, mtoto analia, what's going? Memwasha. No, that's the problem.
why the
Because we was
baby's
like, how am I
tired.
going to bathe this tiny girl? Like, I'm thinking, mtoto na maji, I'm just seeing slippery. So the nurse had to come on like Saturday. Akuja anionyeshe nitaosha mtoto. Ndio aweze
Thank God.
kulala.
I had my mother-in-law, best lady, come help. Yeah.
My mom did come for 1 week, and there's something, it's so true. There's something your mom comes during that period that calms you down.
Yeah.
Because I remember every time Ty would wake up every time Ty would cry
Yeah.
for a feed, my mother took over, so I was able to sleep.
Yeah.
I really missed those times whenever she was not around, because I knew, hey, this night is going to be long because I'm not going to sleep.
Yeah,
my mom offered.
Okay.
It was such a relief. She also came in. I think she came in maybe 3 or a month after we've stayed with the baby. So my husband was on bathing the baby.
Yeah, bathing the baby.
Me, I said, this tiny human being is
I'm
going
not
to
able to
fall
do
to
it.
the ground.
And he knew what to do and how to do it.
Yes, because already in the hospital the nurse had showed us.
Okay.
And my husband was there, so he already knew. Even the navel is the one who took care of it until it popped
fell
off.
off. Wow. As it was the navel. But hey, I know we can talk about this and talk about this for days. All to say that we made it.
Oh, yes.
We did.
We made it. We are not here to give any expertise because, I mean, we winged it, honestly, for the most part, you know.
Yeah.
So I'd like us to put a pause there, end it there. The topic of postpartum depression is really wide, and I'd like to delve into it with someone who will not give us a solution or tell moms what we can do about it and all that. So that's something to look out for soon in future. But I'd just like to thank you ladies for coming over. This was an amazing, amazing time. My people have loved you. I have loved you. I love you guys. I mean, I'm going to bring you back again and again and again and again. Hadi machoke na nyinyi. So thank you for sharing, for taking time and just, you know, ini kama kukaa tu chini to chit chat, literally.
yes, definitely.
You know, when you put moms in a room, we will yap and
And
talk.
it's also a therapy.
You know,
Endlessly.
it really is. It really is.
Lighter,
Yeah.
happier.
So it's lovely. I'm just happy that you guys, I'm honored to have you over. And to you, our viewer, thank you for being with us to the very end of this conversation. Thank you for being here. You can also just feel free in the comment section, tell us about your experience. If you'd like to DM, feel free. If you'd like to be part of this as well, maybe you have something and you're like, hey, moms need to know about my story and you want to share. Imagine, feel free. Who knows, you might be my next guest. So thank you, and as usual, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.